Hello my babies, welcome back to another video. In this video today, we're going to talk about my 5-year fitness transformation. My body's been all over the place. I've been skinny, chubby, super muscular, super lean. My weight has fluctuated a lot throughout the years, and I was never happy throughout all those years up until now. That was the one thing that didn't change, was my emotional state until today. Well, not specifically today, like this day, you know what I mean, right? The present. I've learned a lot of lessons along the way and just been through a lot, had a lot of experiences. So if you would like to find out how I got to where I am today, then make sure you watch this video until the end. If you're new here, I'm MamaSwole. I'm a certified exercise physiologist, personal trainer, a former bikini competitor, and I have my bachelor's degree in exercise science. I make videos about fitness, mental health, and just a lot of fun shit. So if that's something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to join the Swole Squad, and you'll get a free anabolic cookie. And the Swole comment of the day is this comment right here. For your chance to be featured in the next Swole comment of the day, make sure you leave a comment below. We're gonna start this from before I even started lifting. So when I was in high school and pretty much my whole life, I was a very skinny girl. I was always under 100 pounds. I had literally no muscle on me at all. I was very weak. I didn't really do any sort of exercise besides I ran track in 8th grade and I was fucking awful at it, dude. I got last in literally every meet. I was so bad. And then along came Instagram, this beautiful app that we all know and love. I was scrolling on there and I just saw everybody looking good as like everybody had these nice ass bodies and abs and muscles, and I was like, I want to look like that. Which, looking back now, I guess it just proves that what we see on social media can really change our perspective of ourselves, because I never really thought about my body before until I got on Instagram. A good friend of mine, he had lost a lot of weight and built a lot of muscle, so I asked him for some help and if he could teach me how to lift. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I was really nervous to start lifting because I thought, like everybody thinks at first, that it's gonna make you bulky if you're a woman. Everybody's bodies that I saw that I wanted, they all said they got them from lifting. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna give it a try. When I first started lifting, I had no freaking clue what I was doing. Oh my god, I made so many terrible mistakes. I got on machines wrong, did exercises wrong, my form was literally shit. Dude, this video I'm gonna show you, oh my god, I can't even watch it. It hurts to watch. Like, it's the worst deadlift form ever. But yeah, I had to make the mistakes to learn, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I could have broken my back, thank god I didn't. I definitely made my fair share of beginners newbie mistakes, but I also made a lot of newbie gains because I built muscle and strength really fast. But I'm not gonna lie, when I first started, I didn't know if I could do it because everything felt so heavy to me. Like, I was really weak. Even squatting just the barbell by itself was really difficult for me, and I was like, there's no way I'm ever gonna be able to lift more than this. Like, this is so heavy. But spoiler alert, I was wrong, because I got strong like pretty quick. And then in terms of dieting might have been even worse, because I just thought as long as I ate healthy, it didn't matter. I didn't understand calories, I didn't understand macros, I just didn't know what I was doing. So I would eat like a big ass plate of fruit for breakfast, and oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I would try to meal prep, so I'd cook like chicken, broccoli, and I would make some plain ass brown rice. I didn't put seasoning on any of this shit. I didn't know how to flavor, I didn't know how to cook. I'm serious, I did not know what I was doing, bro. I would put it in the freezer. I would make a week's worth. I think my mom told me if you put shit in the freezer, it stays better longer. So I put it in the freezer and I would take it out and I would microwave this bitch. It tasted like rubber. It was so disgusting. I would do a lot of yo-yo dieting, so I would try to eat like really healthy, and then I would slip up, have like a bunch of donuts from Tim Hortons, or like just a bunch of not healthy shit. So that was pretty awful. I could never figure out why I was failing and why I wasn't seeing the progress I wanted to see until I decided to compete. This was another thing that I saw from Instagram, was competing. That's how I found out about it. I think the real reason why I competed was definitely just for the looks. I just wanted to look good. That's obviously not the best reason to choose to compete, because being stage lean is not something you can maintain year round, but I didn't know that at the time. I thought that once I competed, I would look like that forever, but I quickly found out that that was very wrong. The other reason I did it was because people told me I couldn't, so I was like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna prove you wrong, and I did. When I was competing, I felt very good and confident in my work ethic, because I wanted to compete more than anything. I wanted it more than anything I ever wanted in my whole entire life. I didn't care about anything but my end goal. Like, I had this tunnel vision. It's something I'm still proud of to this day. Like, I'll never regret doing it. It was an amazing experience, and I did look really good, but I still wasn't happy. So I was like, what the hell? I look how I've always wanted to look and I'm still not happy. After I competed, I had a post-show rebound, which is basically when you gain a lot of weight after your show, and it's very, very difficult mentally, physically, like in every way possible. And I actually started to develop an eating disorder. I have another video all about it. It was binge eating disorder, which started to turn into bulimia because I was in a caloric deficit for 6 months when I competed. That's a half a year, so my hormones were all out of whack by the time I was done, and I just didn't know how to eat normally again. I never ever felt full. I would binge all the time, almost every day. I gained like 30 pounds, I believe. It was 20 to 30 pounds, and I was just fucking miserable. Probably one of the most miserable things I've ever been through in my entire life. I had to go to therapy. I had to stop dieting because I was still trying to reverse diet, which is basically when you build your calories back up slowly after a show. I could not do it because I just kept binging. I just kept fucking it up, and I did not think I would ever make it through it. I didn't even want to make it through it. I didn't want to be here anymore. It was a really, really rough time in my life, but I did make it out on the other side, and now I am where I am today. Present me, I would say I'm fairly lean. I'm healthy and I'm happy, and it took me a long ass time to get here, but I'm happy to be here. I guess I should talk about the style of training I was doing for each of these stages. So before I started lifting, I was that cardio bunny that everybody is before they start lifting. And then when I started lifting, I was doing a very bro split kind of thing. When I was competing, my training style was very much endurance based. I did very high reps. I trained glutes like every day, literally every day. And I was really, really weak when I was competing. Oh my God, I lost all my strength. After my show, I was so happy because I was like, yes, I can get my strength back. I can finally lift heavy again and just do powerlifting. I did a powerlifting program in college. That's where I hit all my PRs. But nowadays, I just train for my mental health, honestly. I train for fun. I train to feel strong. I do train for hypertrophy. Like, I mostly do 8 to 10 reps, 4 sets. I know that that's controversial, but yeah. Try to get my cardio in. I do a lot of yoga these days. I don't stress my eating or my training anymore. I just do whatever I know will be best for me lifestyle wise, and not just a short-term quick fix kind of thing. It's definitely a lifestyle. Turn my birthday into a lifestyle. With my diet, I just eat whatever makes me feel good. I eat nutrient-dense foods. I eat for balance. If I want a cookie, I'm gonna eat a motherfucking cookie. Since I've had my post-show rebound, I've lost about 25 pounds. I have a video about this too, how to lose 25 pounds without dieting. From the time that I had my post-show rebound to now, I didn't do any dieting at all. I didn't even try to lose the weight. It just happened. I think just the fact that I stopped stressing about it, it just kind of came naturally. Really, the most important thing is how you feel, not necessarily how you look, and definitely whatever you feel best at, because everybody is going to try to push what they want you to look like on to you. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you, how you look, or your body. It only matters what you think about it. When I stopped giving a fuck about what people thought, that's when my life changed. I credit most of the reason of why I'm so happy now to that. And if you live your life trying to look how other people want you to look, you're never going to be happy, because everybody's going to want you to look a different way, because everybody has a different preference. Fuck other people's preferences. Your preference is the only one that matters. The whole reason I wanted to make this video is because I think it's really, really common for people to not be happy with their bodies. When you sit back and think about it, it's weird that it's so common. Our bodies do so much for us every single day, and we just hate them. Like, we waste so much time picking them apart. I think that the media has a lot to do with this, because there are trends constantly coming in and out. Before, it was cool to be really skinny, and then it was cool to be thick. The pressure from society to look a certain way is always changing. 10 years from now, thick might be out, and the new thing might be having a giant neck. I don't know. Maybe everybody's gonna try to expand their necks in 10 years, and that's gonna be the new standard. Beauty standards are always changing. You're never gonna be able to keep up with it, so don't keep up with it. Like, f it. I think if it wasn't for all these trends and these pressures from society, then people would be a lot happier with themselves, because a lot of the stupid little shit that we worry about every single day does not matter. If you were told you had 5 days to live, I highly doubt you would be stressing about acne, about cellulite, about losing 5 pounds, 10 pounds. Personally, when I turn 80, I don't want to look back on my life now and be like, damn, I had such a beautiful body. I was so youthful and I wasted it hating myself. That's why I just decided to not worry about the little flaws that people try to program you to think that you need to hate and be insecure about. I don't worry about them anymore. Fuck that shit. I have so much about myself to like. I have so much about myself that's beautiful. It takes courage to love yourself in a world where we're always programmed to hate ourselves. And just to add to that, just because I'm confident now doesn't mean I don't have the thoughts about, oh, I feel like I'm gaining weight, or I think I need to gain some more muscle. But every single time I get that thought, I reframe it. And that's another really, really important thing I learned, is to reframe your thoughts. If you think something negative or something that you hate, replace it with something that you love and something positive. I just hope that this inspires somebody out there, not only to get started with working out, but also I hope that this inspires you to have the courage to say, I'm not going to let plastic surgery, social media, Photoshop, Facetune, any of that shit make me feel bad about myself. I hope that this gives you the courage to say, I'm not going to compare myself to the fake, curated faces and bodies that I see practically every day on here. You deserve to love yourself. You, right there. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. I hope that this video inspires you to not pick yourself apart, just to eat and train for the long term, for the long run, not for some quick fix, not for anybody else but yourself. I hope that you learn from my mistakes. It's kind of crazy to think that it took me 5 years just to cultivate this amount of self-love, but that just goes to show it's not linear. You're gonna have your times where you feel insecure. Always, everybody has that. It just shows that it's a process. It's not something that's gonna happen overnight. Just learn from my mistakes, kids. The coolest thing about my fitness journey is that it led me here to doing YouTube, and it led me to get certified as an exercise physiologist and get my degree in exercise science. I'm just really thankful that I had the opportunity to go through all these stages and learn all these lessons and be able to hopefully help people with it. I hope that this video helped you, and if it did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to join the Swole Squad, comment below the word self-love. That's a good word for this video. Shout out to all my patrons. If you'd like to support me on Patreon for just $2 a month, the link is in the description. Also, if you would like to get some Swole Squad merch, the link is in the description as well. I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good ass day.